The future to come in 20 to 30 years. Can it be predicted in the times of global uncertainty? How to map out the contours of the future so that they are more clear and bright. And what can be done by those who are today called the new generation?
Dana Akılbekova. How invention of the young scientist can make people's life better.
Сейчас мы окружены столько информации, да, нам врач выписывает лекарства, что...
Today there's so much information out there. If a doctor prescribes you a medical drug, what is the first thing you do? You do an internet search to find out whether you should take it or not, and so you make your own self-diagnosis. And it turns out that you do not possess the knowledge to make a decision on this level, and this is where the importance of education comes in. It provides you with the needed instruments in order to make the right decision.
То есть она вам дает какие-то инструменты, чтобы вы сделали правильные решения.
Dana Akılbekova, biophysicist, works as a senior research fellow at the National Laboratory Astana of the Nazarbayev University, earned her PhD from Iowa State University. Together with U.S. colleagues, took part in the development of an innovative insulin delivery method. For this achievement, she was recognized as the 2015 Best Young Scientist of Kazakhstan.
Я родилась в городе Алматы.
I was born in Almaty, but spent my entire childhood 20 kilometers away from the city in the town of Alatau. There is the Institute of Nuclear Physics and the Physics and Technical Institute. I was practically surrounded by scientists, chemists, physicists and biologists. My childhood was full of scientists.
Биологи. Это было мое такое детство, напичканное учеными. Мне в какой-то степени, я думаю, повезло. Оба моих родителя тоже ученые, оба физика.
I'm kind of lucky that both of my parents are physicists. My grandfather is a physicist. I have an uncle and aunt who are also physicists, and my husband is a physicist. So it sort of turned out that we have a dynasty of scientists. My parents have been teaching physics at the university for perhaps 30 years and are conducting scientific research in the field of solid-state physics.
В университете физику именно делают научные исследования в области физики твердого тела.
In school, my favorite subjects were physics and chemistry. I also liked mathematics and also really liked Russian literature.
После окончания школы я уже знала, куда идти.
After completing school, I already knew what to do next. It would have been either mathematics or physics. I believe that math is like the queen of sciences, and physics is also all-encompassing. Therefore, it practically encompasses all sciences. And so after high school in 2003, I applied to the Al-Farabi Kazakh National University to the Faculty of Physics.
Национальный университет имени Аль-Фараби, физический факультет в 2003 году. Когда я училась в бакалавриате, я уже знала, что я экспериментатор.
During my bachelor studies, I always knew that I like lab experiments. I like to do things with my hands, conduct some experiments, to see the results with my own eyes, how things explode, catch smoke and fire. And so I chose the field of solid-state physics. But over time I felt it a bit dry. There wasn't this dynamic, some kind of life. And I already understood that I would like to be engaged in some interdisciplinary fields. So not just pure physics, but physics and biology. So to move more in the direction of biophysics.
То есть не просто физика чистая, а физика с биологией. То есть больше идти в область как биофизика. Университет я закончила в 2007 году.
I graduated from university in 2007 with honors.
Такой сложный выбор, да?
After university, there was the difficult choice of what to do if you're a physicist. So I took some time off to think, contemplate about what I want and where to go from here. And then I applied for the Bolashak Scholarship Program. This is, of course, a unique program which helped many people who, like me, want to expand their potential to develop further. And I passed and got accepted to a master's program in the US at the Rice University. This university is located in Houston, the very center of Texas.
По этой программе поступила в магистратуру в США, в университет Райса. Этот университет находится в городе Хьюстон, в самом его центре, штат Техас. Я начала учебу в Штатах в 2008 году.
I started my studies in the US in 2008, specializing in nanophysics, so I was studying for 2 years in a master's program.
Целый год я делала научный исследование.
For a year, I did my scientific research, worked with PhD students, research supervisors. This was an incredible experience.
С научными руководителями. Это был невероятный опыт. После окончания магистратуры
After completing my master's, I returned to Kazakhstan and worked for some time at the Nazarbayev University. But later I decided that I need to continue my career, and after the master's studies, most people in academia move on to the next stage. This is the PhD. And I also decided to do my PhD in the US, but at a different university, Iowa State University.
но уже другой университет, Iowa State University. Именно там я начала работать уже в той области, которая...
It's located in the state of Iowa in the US, right in the center. That is where I started working in the field that I wanted to work, biophysics. There I started to work with my professor, Dr. Caitlin Brightly, on subsystems of localized insulin delivery for people living with type 1 and type 2 diabetes.
Инсулина локально для людей, страдающих диабетом первого и второго типа. Зачем нам нужен инсулин? Инсулин помогает клеткам впитывать...
Why do we need insulin? Insulin helps cells absorb sugar. Sugar is the energy for our cells. It nourishes us. A person living with diabetes needs to measure their blood sugar level. There are these special strips. Depending on their measured level of sugar in the blood, they have to administer insulin into their body.
Они должны вкалывать в себя инсулин. Примерно это 3-4 укола инсулина в день. Вы представляете, насколько это дорого, да? Насколько это неудобно. То есть
This is approximately 3 to 4 injections per day. You can imagine how expensive and inconvenient this is. The quality of life of a person is substantially lower. So there was this idea to deliver insulin locally into the human body. Therefore, come up with a system that is based on polymer microparticles. And inside there are beta cells, which are living human cells which produce insulin.
Человеческие клетки, которые выделяют инсулин. Просто инъекцию делают, да, где в поджелудочную железу. Там эти микрочастицы находятся.
Then an injection is made into the pancreatic gland. There these microparticles are placed and they can sense if your sugar level rose or fell. And depending on this, they produce insulin. So the person does not need to inject anything or measure their sugar level. Everything is done on its own. And one injection is enough for from 6 months to a year.
Примерно это должно хватить от 6 месяцев до года одной такой инъекции. Проблем много. Одна из главных проблем то, что наше тело, оно...
There are a lot of problems. One of the main problems is that our bodies reject all forms of foreign matter. Therefore, in order to ensure that you do not introduce some biocompatible implant into the human body, it will be rejected. That is why we came up with these polymer microparticles, in order to protect these beta cells.
Вот эти полимерные микрочастицы, чтобы защитить вот эти бета-клетки. Но полимер, он тоже отторгается. Даже если он большой, и ваши клетки, да, вот, которые уничтожают...
But polymers are also rejected. Even if it is large, your cells, which are responsible for destroying all foreign matter, can sometimes completely break down this particle, sort of devour it, and completely destroy it, so it gets flushed out of the human body. Or they start creating a sort of a barrier around this microparticle, a fibrous capsule. Therefore, in principle, the insulin cannot get through this barrier.
Капсулу, то есть, в принципе, инсулин уже не может пройти через этот барьер. И задача моей диссертации именно было создать такие...
And the aim of my PhD research was to create materials that would be able to affect the thickness and formation of this fibrous capsule. We created around 15 different polymers that are based on biocompatible polymers, such as alginate. We published the new results in an article, and I defended my dissertation. And after the defense, I came back to Kazakhstan in 2014.
Таких как алгинат. Новые результаты. Мы опубликовали статьи, я защитилась. И уже после того, как я защитила диссертацию, я вернулась в Казахстан в 2014 году. Я недавно читала исследования.
I was just reading the research results from colleagues in the US, and they have already commenced clinical trials on people. This means that in the upcoming 5 to 10 years, there will be clinical use for this drug, so people will be able to buy it.
Лекарства, которые люди могут покупать. Этот проект я представляла в конкурсе, который...
I presented this project at a competition that was organized by the National Agency of Technology and Development and the British Council. The goal was to explain what my research is about in 3 minutes and in plain language.
В течение 3 минут простым языком.
That's where this guy comes in. So what it is, it's a micro size, well, imagine.
Около 100 человек подали заявки.
Around 100 people applied, and then 10 people were selected to the final. We were invited to Astana and there presented before a live audience. and it turned out that I won. The prize was a monetary reward and a trip to England. There, I represented Kazakhstan at an international competition.
Представляла Казахстан на международном конкурсе. Там были уже тоже финалисты с разных стран.
There were finalists from different countries. These were young scientists under 30 years old. Everyone talked about their work and had a 3-minute presentation. In the first stage, 10 people were chosen to the semi-final, and then 10 people chosen to the final, but I did not make it to the final.
Финал 10 человек, но финал я уже не прошла.
And this was a certain moment for me, when I realized that this is my small research and this is my small contribution. It was an incredible feeling. I think the years that I spent in the world of science, even though it is not that long, had not gone to waste.
После окончания моего PhD, как я вернулась в Казахстан, немножко было трудно адаптироваться.
After completing my PhD, I returned to Kazakhstan. It was somewhat difficult to adapt, and I felt the need to find a mentor for myself, a supervisor. So I was incredibly lucky to have met just an amazing and unbelievable person, Dr. Damir Kanaeva. She's a professor at the Nazarbayev University and teaches biology.
В Назарбаев университете преподает биологию. Она взяла меня на свой проект.
She accepted me to work on her project, and it somehow turned out that she helped me along my path, not just with academic advice, but where to apply for grants, how to speak with my students, how to get engaged in the world of academia, how to properly conduct research, and even in which journals to publish. I was just simply lucky to have met a person like that.
И мне просто повезло, что я встретила такого человека. Да. У меня сейчас работает.
Today I have school children just coming in to work here. They just introduce themselves, tell me I have this or that idea, and ask whether it is possible to work on it in our laboratory. They are school children, but already really know how to work in such serious laboratories and conduct experiments. Therefore, we show them how science is done.
Действительно в таких серьезных лабораториях и делать действительно серьезные эксперименты. То есть мы им показываем, как делается наука.
I always tell my school children and students that consistency of results is important, to make sure that your results are reliable. If yes, then great job, and this can be published in an article and make a real scientific contribution.
Можно это публиковать в статье и действительно какой-то научный вклад внести. Думаю, для любой женщины совмещать работу и семью – это очень сложно.
I think that it is difficult for any woman to combine family and work. I've been married for more than 6 years and have a child who's 2.5 years old. And I can really feel how difficult it is to get delayed at work. I get this feeling of guilt, where if I leave work too early to spend time with the family, I feel guilty before my colleagues. Perhaps I didn't finish something up at work.
В семье у меня появляется чувство вины перед коллегами, что я, может быть, не доделала что-то. Но мы с мужем познакомились немножко такой курьезная ситуация.
I met my husband in a somewhat of a peculiar setting. He was studying at the Eurasian National University, where my parents were teaching, and I just came to visit them and met him there. This is how our friendship started, and then later on, a romantic relationship.
А потом мы уже, конечно, романтичный. По образованию он тоже физик.
He also studied physics, and I think that it couldn't have been any other way. But his true calling is IT, so at the moment he's working in the IT industry.
В области IT. Когда я была в Америке, я была удивлена, то, что многие студенты...
When I was in the US, I was surprised that many students did not know where Kazakhstan is and couldn't even show it on the map. But I believe that in the future, everyone will know where Kazakhstan is, and it will be prestigious to study in Kazakhstan and work in science here, or start a business, some kind of startups, or in the field of technologies.
Заниматься наукой.
This is a country that will be progressing ahead not because of the natural resources that we have, but through human resources. We will have technologies that will be produced here in Kazakhstan, and we will truly be a developed, independent country. I think this is achievable in the very near future.
В Казахстане. И мы уже будем действительно такой развитой, независимой страной. Я думаю, что это будущее достижимо в ближайшие годы.
Dana Akilbekova is awaiting the results of the clinical trials that are being conducted at the moment in the U.S. The young researcher hopes that the innovative insulin delivery method that was developed by an international team of scientists will help people that live with diabetes to improve their quality of life.